Very good morning, my dear beloved students. Today we are going to discuss about the fifth unit. We are going to talk about the quantitative and qualitative indicators in informatics. So once you become librarian and you work in any library environment, these are the indicators that definitely going to help you and practically and every library, and they are utilizing at the modern days. And you're going to learn a lot of techniques and tools and databases uh, from this presentation. And when you discuss about the qualitative indicators, and we are going to discuss about the impact factor and H index, G index, ID index. So these are very important concepts uh, at presently widely discussed in the field of library and information science. And once you attend the interview also in future, these are the techniques may be asked in the during your interview time. They may ask what is the meaning of impact factor, what is a formula, and everything will be a chance of asking. Even when you are writing each net exam also, there's a lot of time the questions being asked in the UGC net exam and other competitive exams also. So listen very carefully while we're discussing. Okay. So quantitative indicators. Uh, I have given this general meaning here. So as a term denotes a qualitative indicator indicates a quantity. The quantity can be a pure number, an index, a ratio, or percentage. Quantitative indicators are widely used in development programs, projects, as they give a very clear measure of things and numerically comparable. This enables program project officials to compare the performance or achievements of two or more programs projects. Moreover, it also allows them to compare the status of the same program projects at different times. Most often, the quantitative indicators are preferred as they do not need feelings or judgment to quantify them. They just need mechanical methods that are theoretically expected and to give the same results no matter who measures them. So normally in government projects and government surveys conduct பண்ணும்போது and even library environmental கூட நம்ம வந்து we are also conducting a lot of survey and user studies, and where we are applying these quantitative indicators widely. When you discuss other components called qualitative indicators that do not show numeric measures as such, rather they depict the status of something in more of qualitative terms. Too many people and qualitative indicators do not seem appealing, but it is also true that some things are better captured by a qualitative indicator than the quantitative one. For example, how much a poor community is empowered may not be measurable in strict quantitative terms, but they can be graded based on qualitative findings, definitely. And whether a corporate body is properly functioning or not can be assessed in qualitative terms, and then it can be graded. So we might have understand the concept and the difference between the qualitative and quantitative indicators. So when it comes to the publication scenario, these are the current situation of publication output. You just imagine a person is looking at all the materials and wondering, and see, last class also discussed that, and every day the gigabytes of information is being uploaded in the internet and through social network application and other platform. We are able to access, we are able to upload and share a lot of content and information in the World Wide Web. And in when it comes to print resources also, and every day and every month there are thousands of books and being published. So you just imagine, and India is having more than 10,000 institutions across the country, and every institution they are very keen in publishing their research productivity. in the form of books, journals, and conference proceedings. In different formats, they are publishing it. So there are huge content which are available in the print format as well as the non-print versions. So it's our duty to analyze what are the quality content which we are having, because librarian varumbodhu and we should provide authenticative information and the qualitative information. So when the students or staffs are approaching us, which books we need to refer for these concepts, and we are in the position to direct them properly. And sometimes the research scholar or the faculty member sometimes encourage us, sir, I need to publish this article, and again you can guide me quality journals according this area. So we should be in the position and to guide them and lead them properly. So when we before us, when we have enormous of resources, and we should have duty to and analysis that which are qualitative or not. So when you come to the citation part that we are discussing throughout this syllabus. So already also last class also we discussed about the citation widely. Just touch upon this area once again. So citation of the references given at the end of research paper to the papers referred. Normally, நம்ம thesis பண்ணும்போது and will end of the thesis also will referred, and when you are publishing article, so at the end of the article we are giving the reference what we referred in the research work, and we are giving the credit to them. And so the reason for citing people are referring is pay homage or give credit to the pioneer, identifying a methodology, provide background reading, authenticating data, reproducing work, correcting and criticizing, disclaiming someone's work opinions. So these are the reasons that we are giving citation or references in the end of the work. So when you discuss about the citation and where we can have it, we have a lot of citation databases. When you look at the databases, we have different kind of databases there, and we have full text databases there, abstracting and indexing databases there, and we call it citation databases also there. So citation details are analyzed with the help of citation indexes, a kind of bibliographic database, and an index of citation between publications. So these are the major citation databases are available in the market. Web of Science, this product of Clarivate Analytics. Recently, the company has brought this product, and Scopus is another one. It's a cytometric databases, which is a product of Elsevier, and Google Scholar. This is it's an open source where also you can find out the citation details also. Other one called Indian Citation Index is coming up gradually, and which is focused on Indian based journals. So here I just wanted to give some highlights about the quantitative indicators, and here I took examples of the wind energy research productivity. I worked in the project that's 10 years back. So for your understanding only, I just brought this slide here. So previous unit we discussed about the a lot of laws, load cost law and Broadfort's law and SIP law, and moreover discussed about the language-wise productivity or the institution-wise productivity and the year-wise productivity. So here I analyzed all these areas, and we'll see one by one. So இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா விண்ட் எனர்ஜி ரிசர்ச் பற்றி நம்ம அசஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறோம், அண்ட் இது எப்படி குளோபல் லெவல்ல வந்து இந்த விண்ட் எனர்ஜி ரிசர்ச் வந்து they have been conducted in global level அப்படின்னு பார்த்துருக்கிறோம். So and these studies we took the data for the 32 years, I think, from the 1982 and 2012. So it's comes around 32 years வந்து நாங்கள் டேட்டாஸ் நாங்கள் எடுத்திருக்கிறோம். எங்கன்னு எடுத்தோம் அப்படின்னா வெப் ஆஃப் சயின்ஸ் டேட்டா பேஸ்லேருந்து we retrieve the data from the web of science. So and we are done some lot of analysis. So when you look at the research, I mean productivity according to the year wise, So 1980 there are only 18 publications were produced. So gradually you can see that it is an increasing trend every year. So we are able to see the developments in the area of wind energy also. And this slide discuss about the block year-wise of global distribution of research literature in wind energy. So 1980 to 1990 there are only 385 total publications were in the wind energy. And between 1991 to 2007, just imagine that 7,042. So that gradually it is, we are seeing the developments in the area of wind. So it means that and people have started to concentrate on this area, and they are conducting a lot of research on this area, and they are keep on producing the articles. And finally 2012 in the 10 years there are double the rate of research productivity has happened here. So this is the year-wise productivity. See, when you look at the geographical locations, so we have able to took data from 24,389 data on the 32 years. I mean, total productivity we found through the databases. So Africa has produced only 541 publication only. When it comes to the Asian continent, 5,021 தான். So யார் ஜாஸ்தியா பண்ணிருக்காங்க, அமெரிக்கன் கான்டினென்ட்ல தான் பாத்தீங்கன்னா it has been published widely. So wind energy பார்க்கும்போது அப்ப then we'll able to evaluate and analyze that America is dominated in the area of wind energy. They are publishing more paper in the area of wind energy. So we can also then further we can classify into the country wise. We can also place the ranking also. So எந்த country அதிகமா பண்ணிருக்காங்க. So now we have look at the continent wise. So now we are coming into the country wise also. So now சும்மா எக்ஸாம்பிள் தான் கொடுத்திருக்கிறேன். And in this particular study we divided into the Africaல எந்தெந்த countries அதிகமா பண்ணிருக்காங்க, and Asiaல எந்த country dominated அதிகமா பண்ணிருக்காங்க, யூரோப்ல. So அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணிருக்கோம். But here I given only the small examples of the countries. So USA பாத்தீங்கன்னா again is topped in the list, and they are also produced a lot of articles. So this is for your understanding. So when it comes to the mapping of authorship pattern, so the authors oda contributions எல்லாம் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கும்போது single author contribution பாத்தீங்கன்னா இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா அது ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கு. 8,074 ஆர்டிகல்ஸ்ல வந்து out of 24,000 இதுல சிங்கிள் ஆத்தர் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் தான் இதுல வந்து ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்குது. அதுக்கப்புறம் பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா வந்து எபோவ் 6 ஆத்தர் கொலாபரேஷன்ஸ் ஒரு பேப்பர்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா மோர் தேன் 6 ஆத்தர்ஸ் வில் பி கொலாபரேட்டட். ஸோ இதுல டீட்டெயில்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்குறேன். ஆத்தர்ஷிப் பேட்டர்ன் பார்க்கும்போது இயர்வைஸ் நம்ம பார்க்கும்போது 1980s பார்க்கும்போது சிங்கிள் ஆத்தர் எத்தனை பேர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, டபுள் ஆத்தர்ஸ்ல மொத்தம் 18 ஆர்டிகல்ஸ் பப்ளிஷ்ட் இன் தி இயர் ஆஃப் 1980. பட் அதுல வந்து சிங்கிள் ஆத்தர்ஸ், டபுள் ஆத்தர்ஸ் 3 or 4 5 6 அது எத்தனை பேர் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்றது we have analyzed it and we are also presented here. And finally we are able to see the distribution of collaboration of authorship. So and single author and double author, multiple authors. So this is their contributions. So இங்க பார்க்கும்போது மல்டிபிள் ஆத்தர்ஸ் தான் அதிகமா வந்து இங்க வந்து அதிகமா கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ என்னன்னா wind energy research பொறுத்தவரையில் and there is a lot of collaboration research happening in the world. So countries to countries or institution between institution and within between the department wise they have been conducting a lot of research. So that's only the multiple authors அதிகமா வந்திருக்க காரணம். So authorship பார்ட்டையும் பார்க்கும்போது this is the most prolific authors. ஸோ இதுல பார்க்கும்போது ஐ மீன் வேர்ல்டு லெவலில் பார்க்கும்போது பர்பாஷ் என்ற ஒரு ஆத்தர்ஸ் தான் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து அதிகமா பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாரு இந்த ஏரியா ஆஃப் விண்ட் எனர்ஜியில். ஹி பப்ளிஷ்ட் 54 பேப்பர்ஸ் இந்த ஏரியா ஆஃப் விண்ட் எனர்ஜி. இது TLCS என்றது வந்து டோட்டல் லோக்கல் சைட்டேஷன் கோர், அண்ட் TGCS-ன்றது டோட்டல் குளோபல் சைட்டேஷன் கோர். இதுக்கு ரெண்டுக்கு என்ன டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா, and local citation score and if he is the person from USA, and those researcher who cited his article, referred his article from the US is called the total the local citation score. So out of USA, if anybody cited or referred his article, is called global citation score. So, and we are analyzed their impact ratio also, and we are also ranked based on the citations also. So here also we applied the load cost of author productivity. So இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா number of authors, first authors பார்க்கும்போது இவ்வளவு authors வந்திருக்கிறாங்க. This is the lot that we are also applied for to identify the author productivity by using the load cost law. So this is the degree of collaboration, how the collaboration is happening in the particular field or area subjects when they are conducting research. So this is the formula. C into nm into nm plus ns. Just a minute. I'll just. Hello. Yeah. So this is the formula of degree of collaboration, and nm means that number of multiple authors paper in a specific discipline. So we can see in the wind energy also what are the number of multiple authors in the area of wind energy. And ns means the number of single authored works in the discipline during a given period of time. So here is nm is multiple authors we are having is 52,343. So the here is the nm is 50,000 for when we this is the calculations where we were able to drive the degree of collaboration is 0.03. So this is a formula and the protocols for analyzing the degrees of collaborations. So when we are discussing about the broad pool of scattering also, here we are talking about the core journals in wind energy research literature. So from 1980 to 2012. So these journals placed first. This journal published 917 articles in the area of wind energy. It is astrophysical journals la தான் அவங்க வந்து அதிகமா பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க. So we are ranking this journal also. We are so wind energy சம்பந்தமான ரிசர்ச் வந்து எந்த ஜார்னல்ல அதிகமா பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது we are able to see this. So இது வந்து ஜோன் கோர் வைஸா நம்ம வந்து கோர் ஜார்னல்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம அனலைஸ் பண்றது ஜோன் வைஸா. ஸோ திஸ் டாக்குமெண்ட் டைப். ஸோ விண்ட் எனர்ஜி வந்து we have a lot of research products there, but in the form of journal articles வந்து எவ்வளவு பேர் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க, இந்த ரிவ்யூ ஆர்டிகல்ஸ் வந்து எவ்வளவு பேர் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க, எடிட்டோரியல் மெட்டீரியலா எத்தனை பேர் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, ஒன்லி த நோட் ஸோ த இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பேஸ்ட் வந்து மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் உண்டு, அதுவும் வந்து எத்தனை பேர் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஓவராலா we are able to analyze the document type which are published in the area of wind energy from the year 1980 to 2002. So this continuous already we have seen. So this is the language and institution wise productivity. So the articles being published in which language? So English is predominantly, it shows more than 90% of the articles being published in the area of, in the language of English, and other languages also we have identified through the analysis. And here you can see the institution wise research productivity, and here we took the sample of only of India. So India la pakumbodhu Indian Institute of Technology Delhi வந்து he published more than 139 articles in the area of wind energy. So அதுக்கப்புறம் உள்ளது பண்ணோம். So இந்தியால வந்து டாப் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் who are conducting research in the area of wind energy அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா and Indian Institute of Technology Delhi தான் அதிகமாக பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க. ஸோ இதோட டோட்டல் லோக்கல் சைட்டஸ் ஸ்கோர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 101 அண்ட் குளோபல் சைட்டஸ் ஸ்கோர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 1200. ஸோ அவுட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா தோஸ் ஆர் சைட்டிங் these research articles பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஜாஸ்தியாக இருக்குங்க. So this is the collaborating countries for Indian contributors. So India வந்து how collaborated with other countries, particularly in the area of wind energy பார்க்கும்போது we have been widely collaborated with the USA. We have collaborated more than 74 articles with the USA. And secondly Japan கூட அதிகமாக collaborate பண்ணி நம்ம we have been conducting this research work in the area of wind energy. So these are the Zibla. We are also here applying that distribution of word frequency. Which word highly dominated in the area of wind energy? So wind என்ற word தான் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதிகமா வந்து இந்த ரிசர்ச்ல வந்து we are able to find it an energy power system. So these are the keyword which widely used in the area of wind energy research. So these are the 10 subjects in the field of wind energy in India. So India பார்க்கும்போது எந்தெந்த சப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ்லாம் வந்து they are been conducting research in the area of wind energy பார்த்தீங்கன்னா energy fields and astronomy, astrophysics, and environmental science, engineering and electrical electronics, geoscience, so engineering. So these are the field is widely concentrating on the area of wind energy, and they have been conducting a lot of research and they are producing a lot of articles. Only the India I took a samples. So here we are analyzing the so far we have seen a lot of examples and about the wind energy research productivity. இதை அப்படியெல்லாம் அனலைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு பார்க்கலாம். So here also in future when you become a librarian and if you're working in a university, like if you're working in a Tamil Nadu Open University, for example, if you want to know the research productivity of your own university, you can take the record from Web of Science or Scopus databases, and where you can do analyze all the aspects which we have discussed over, which authors அதிகமாக கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க, and which journal அதிகமாக பண்ணியிருக்கிறாங்க, and language wise, collaboration wise, ஏகப்பட்ட விஷயங்கள் we are analyzing, and we can submit the same report to the university also. The university அது ரொம்ப ஒரு பொக்கிஷமா இருக்கும் இந்த ரிப்போர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம். So for granting the fund or to give awards or medals or any achievement award. So இதெல்லாம் பண்றதுக்கு, and these are the report it's helping the university, and for the country also it is helping us. That we'll see in the later stage also. So we are going to discuss other cytometric indicators called your impact factor. இது வந்து ரொம்ப mostly காமனா வந்து எல்லாருக்குமே இப்போ பயன்படுத்துறது, and everyone should understand about this concept also. இன்னைக்கு நீங்க வந்து when you work in the field of library and information science or any environment, and this concept is widely applying, and people are talking about this also. Impact factor. Impact factor was first described by Eugene Garfield in the year of 1955. It is measure of importance of scientific journals, which is widely used to rank and evaluate journals. So எதுக்கு நம்ம அதிகமா பயன்படுத்துறோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா to rank the journals and to evaluate the quality of articles. So இப்போ வந்து எனக்கு பிசிக்ஸ்ல வந்து what are the highly ranked journals என்ன, top 10 journals எனக்கு வேணும், what are the highly impacted journals in the area of physics அப்படின்னா, and we should provide the information. So இதுக்கு வந்து கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு தான் இந்த இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ண போறோங்க. And to evaluate journal, which is a quality journals, அப்படி evaluate பண்றா சும்மா எல்லாமே வந்து we cannot publish article as it is. Always when we are putting our hard effort, when we are spending a lot of time and energy, and we should intend to publish article in the quality journals. To identify that, this impact factor is widely helping us. We'll see how they are calculating and what are the formula which begin this finding out the impact factor. So this is used as a cytometric indicator for evaluation of impact factor. It is a quasi-qualitative indicator which provides a measurement of the prestige and international visibility of journals. It is the number of current citation to articles published in a specific journals in a 2 years period divided by the total number of articles published in the same journal in the corresponding 2 years period. So it will calculate once in 2 years period based on the citation and the number of articles published in a journal. That we'll see later. So this is the further explanation I have given here. So again, I'm saying impact factor is devised by the Eugene Garfield, calculates then the number of citation to a journal for the previous 2 years divided by the number of articles published in those years. And it can be further viewed as the average number of citation in a year given to those papers in a journal that we are published during the 2 proceedings here. So it is basically a ratio between the citation rate of the journal and its citation potential. So impact factor is a journal metric and should not be used to assess the individual researcher or institution. So impact factor will be the metric will be used to assess only the individual to the journals only, not the researcher and the institution. The researcher in the institution analyze பண்றதுக்கு later stage we have a lot of metrics that we'll see in the later stage. So here you can see that note that the 2012 impact factor are published in the year 2013. So this is the formula. Impact factor, the number of times the journals were cited, the number of citable items the journals published. So the number of times the article cited divided by the number of times the article published in a journal. So here I given an example. See the journal Cytometrics. This is one of the very good journals which is published by Springer. When you visit Springer link, you can find out these journals. So we want to know about the impact factor of this journal Cytometrics. So this journal published 45 source items in 2000 in the year 2000 and 55 items in the year 2001. So in the 45 items received 59 citation, 55 items which he published in the 2001 which received 51 citation in the 2000. So இப்போ 2002ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம வந்து இதை கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். So what will be the impact factor for cytometric article in the year 2002? So அதுக்கு நம்ம எடுக்கிறது பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா 2 years ஓட number of article published number of citation வாங்கி எடுத்துருக்கிறோம். So இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா number of times cited 51 plus 51. So 110 citation we received last the 2 years. So number of article published பாத்தீங்கன்னா 45 plus 55, so 100. When you divide it, the impact factor is 1.1. So 2002ல வந்து impact factor of this cytometric journals பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா this is 1.1, the impact factor of cytometric journals. So given a further explanation, calculation impact factor for the nature. See we have ஒரு dominated impact factor journals பாத்தீங்கன்னா நேச்சர் செல் சயின்ஸ் அப்படின்றது ஒரு 3 ஜேர்னல்ஸ் இருக்கு. இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா அதிகமா வந்து இன்னைக்கு ஒரு குவாலிட்டேட்டிவ் ஜேர்னல்ஸ் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா சயின்ஸ் ஃபீல்டில் இதை தான் அதிகமா சொல்லுவாங்க. அண்ட் விச் ஹஸ் மோர் தென் 40 இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர். இதுல ஒரு ஆர்டிக்கல் ஒரு ஆள் பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணாலே ஹீ கேன் roam around the world at the free of cost, and they will receive a lot of medals and awards. So that kind of quality of article it is nature cell science. So இதுக்கு சொன்ன மாதிரி தான் we want to know 2012 we want to know the impact factor of the nature journals, the same formula which we have seen in the earlier slide also. So what they are done is they are collecting the citations and they are collecting the number of articles published in the last 2 years. When you divide that, you will be able to find out the impact factor of the nature journal in the year 2012. So அதுக்காக நம்ம வந்து 2010 and 2011 ஓட citation article publication நம்ம பார்க்குறோம். So another method is your 5-year journal impact factor. If you want to know the 5-year journal impact factor, and this is the same formula also applied here. Okay, hope you will understand the. I will give you the PowerPoint also, and the later stage also you can use it also. So this is very important concept, and see here I quoted the journals with the high impact factor details here. So sometimes வந்து இன்டர்வியூல எல்லாம் கேட்பாங்க what is highest impact factor journals in the world அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்கன்னா you should know. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கேன்சர் ஜேர்னல் ஆஃப் கிளினிக்ஸ் அப்படின்றது ஒரு ஜேர்னல்ஸ் இருக்குது. இது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 153.49 அப்படின்னு போட்டிருக்கிறேன். ஸோ இதோட இது இப்போ இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர் ப்ரெசென்ட்டாக பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா இட் கிராஸ் மோர் தென் 250 போட்டிருக்காங்க. ஐ வில் ஷோ இன் த நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்லைட் ஆல்சோ. த நியூ இங்கிலாந்து ஜேர்னல் ஆஃப் மெடிசின்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 51 இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம டாப் 3 ரேங்க்லிஸ்ட்ல இருக்கு. அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் சொன்னது வந்து நேச்சர் செல் சயின்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா எங்க லேட்டர் ஸ்டேஜில் வரதை பார்க்கலாம். பட் இதெல்லாம் வெரி ரேர் ஜேர்னல்ஸ் அண்ட் விச் ஹேஸ் ஹைலி இம்பாக்ட் ஜேர்னல்ஸ். Sometimes during interview definitely there will be a question asked by the interviewer and you should know. So this is the journals which I know yesterday when I working with it, I just I visit the particular website and got the impact factor. So this is a cancer journal of clinics. This present impact factor is 292.278. Just imagine the quality of the journals, and one person is published article in the journal, and definitely he will be the very great researcher, very very respectable and recognized researcher in the world maybe. So second is New England Journal of Medicine. This is the current impact factor is 74.69 impact factors. Okay. So for your understanding, I showed here. And another is called immediacy index. So earlier we seen that to know the impact factor, and we have to take 2 years of data, the citation published. So once in 2 years only, we are able to identify the impact factor. But the immediacy index is a different method of showing how rapidly the material published by a journal or picked up and used. It is calculated by counting the number of citations issued by article in a journal during the year in which they were published. Okay. To know the immediate impact factor, we can use this immediate index also. So here we are going to discuss about citation database. இதெல்லாம் சார் எங்க சார் பாக்குறது அப்படின்னு கேட்டீங்கன்னா, and the citation and the journal impact factor எல்லாம் எப்படி பார்க்கணும்னா, இந்த மாதிரி டேட்டாபேஸ்ல போனீங்க அப்படின்னா, and we will able to find out elaborately and ஒரு கிளாரிட்டா நம்மளுக்கு வந்து we will be able to find out the citation and impact factor. So Baba Science பாத்தீங்கன்னா வந்து it is publishing a separate database called journal citation report. Every year they are publishing it. So இதுலயே வந்து ஒரு ஜார்னல்ஸோட ரேங்கிங், சப்ஜெக்ட் வைஸ், அதோட இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர் எல்லாமே பார்த்துக்கலாம். இல்ல ஜென்ரலா நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர் தெரியணும், ஒரு ப்ரொஃபசர் வந்து கேட்கறாரு, ஐ வாண்ட் டு நோ தி இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர் ஆஃப் தி பர்టిక్యులர் ஜார்னல் அப்படின்னா, ஈவன் கூகுள்லேயே கூட நீங்க சைட்டோமெட்ரிக் ஜார்னல் சைட்டோமெட்ரிக்ஸ் இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேக்டர் கொடுத்தா கூட, and it will display the impact factor. Or you can go to the particular ஜார்னலோட ஹோம் பேஜுக்கு போனால் கூட அங்க it will display their impact factor. So இந்த இது மூலமா நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். So through citation database, you will able to find out the citation also further. So here we are going to discuss about the Web of Science databases. This is called citation databases. So it's an online subscription based scientific citation indexing citation service, originally produced by the Institute of Scientific Information. Earlier it is produced by the Institute of Scientific Information சொல்லுவாங்க. Recently is brought out by the Clarivate Analytics. This is one of the company which recently procured these databases. So this provides a comprehensive citation search the world's leading scholarly journals, books, and proceedings. You can able to search the top journals, conference proceedings, and books in the sciences, social science, and arts and humanities to find out the quality research most relevant to your area of interest. Using linked cited references, explore the subject connections between articles that are established by the expert researcher working in your field. All cited references for all publications are fully indexed and searchable. Search across all authors and all other affiliations. So you can able to track citation activity with the citation alert also. You can see citation activity and trends graphically with the citation report also. You can analyze results to identify trends and the publication pattern in the particular area field. So these are the subject coverage in the databases: science, social science, arts and humanities. It has 3 databases. Science citation index is called, and another database is called social science citation index is there, and the third database, arts and humanities citation index, is there. So this Web of Science consists of 3 databases. So this is the coverage of Web of Science. So it covered multidisciplinary coverage of the Web of Science and encompasses over 50,000 scholarly books, which is covered by this Web of Science. More than 12,000 journals and 160,000 conference proceedings is being listed in the Web of Science databases. So I told you, Science Citation Index, one of the databases which is provides more than 8,500 major journals across 1,015 disciplines. So which from the year of 1900 to the present date. And another social science citation index covers 3,000 journals across 55 social science disciplines, and from the world leading scientific and technical journals from 1900 to present. So arts and community citation databases consist of more than 1,500 journals. So, and which covers from the year 1975 to present. So this database further covers the index chemicals, the compounds, around 2.6 million compounds from the year 1992 to present found பண்ணிருக்காங்க. and current chemical reaction also covered in the databases. Book citation index also covered in the databases, and conference proceedings index also, which are available in the databases. So these are the other bibliometric indicators. The citation indexes of ISC and Web of Science remained as the main bibliometric indicators for measuring the impact of scientific product for a long time. But subsequently, a number of such tools evolved to measure the citation impact. So there's a chief among them are Scopus and Google Scholar and CiteSeer, Sitebase and PageRun, Scimago. So these are the databases also in the market to analyze our citations details. So these are the another famous database called Scopus, which is published. And Scopus is a source neutral, abstract, and citation database created by independent subject matter experts. So with over 25,000 titles from more than 5,000 international publishers, which are contributing in the databases, Scopus delivers the most comprehensive overview of the world research output in the field of science, technology, medicine, social science, and arts and humanities. So these are the subject area which covered in the Scopus database also. So when you look at the glance of Scopus databases, and it has more than 25,100 titles there, it means that 25,100 journals is being published in the journals, in the Scopus. Over 23,452 peer-reviewed journals, including 5,500 full open access journals. So this is not only publishing commercial journals, which also publish the open access journal. Also, it is listed in the Scopus databases, and 294 trade publication, and over 852 book series is indexed in these databases. So over than 9.8 million conference paper from 112,000 worldwide events, which covered in the Scopus databases. Article in press from over 5,500 journals. So article in press which is not published in the may not published in the present. So it is in the ready format. So press I mean, and the articles it is been indexed in the Scopus databases. More than 44 million patent records are also available in the Scopus database. So patent உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும். This is a patent standard சொல்லுவாங்க. Is talking related to the copyright. When you found a methodology, and you can register it, and when you have patent, and you can also hold the authorship, you hold the rights. So this is the website of the Scopus databases. So here you can see the publisher wise content, and these are the leading publisher also contributing journals in the Scopus platform. So another overview of these Scopus databases. Indexes 70 million articles, 1.4 billion cited references also from the year 1972 also. It consists of more than 5,000 publishers there. So which maintains 70,000 institutional profiles also, and more than 16 million author profiles is maintained by the Scopus databases. It has more than 150,000 books also available in the Scopus databases. So another is called country rank. So Scimago is a research group from the University of Granada, ranking based on Scopus data. And here 27 major thematic areas and 313 specific subject categories also available in the Scimago databases. And it covered in the 213 countries which are linked in the databases. It covers 22 journals, and 639 book series, and 6,468 conference productions which are available in the Scimago. So these are the Google Scholar. Either one is we can freely available in the net, and here also if you want to check any subject area or any area specifically, if you want to know the article which is published in the area, and where also you're able to find out the citation. Here you can see that they are given a keyword poverty in India. There are articles which have been showed in the Google Scholar, where you can also see the cited by 1063. So these are the details also be able to understand that. And later stage we'll see it in the, elaborate in the later stage also. And this is another device. Site search scientific literature digital library and a search engine that focus primarily on the literature in computer and information science. Sites here, like engines and archives, usually only harvest documents from publicly available websites and do not travel publisher websites. For this reason, authors whose documents are freely available are more likely to be represented in the index. It is now hosted at the Pennsylvania State University College of Information Science and Technology. This database model was used to create a similar search engine and small search and similar search for academic and business document also. It was the first digital library and a search engine to provide automated citation indexing and citation linking using the method of autonomous citation indexing. These also giving the citation details. And Eugene factor is another own database is called journal Eugene factor score is a measure of the journal total importance of the scientific community. The Eugene factor scores also scaled to that the sum of the Eugene factor scores of all journalists studying. So this also covered in the JCR also. This Eugene factor. The top 1,000 journals are ranked by Eugene factor score. All have Eugene factor scores above 0.01. So this is the website of the Eugene factor. Here also you can able to understand and find out the citation details of the particular journals. Here you can see the PLOS journal, Public Library of Science. These are the core journals, and through this also you're able to analyze their citation and other details. So these are the small comparison between the scope of science, Science and the Scopus. So the subscription cost for the Baba Science in the year 2019 was over just $2,12,000. Just imagine when you convert it into Indian rupees, it goes more than crores of rupees per year subscription. But when it comes to the Scopus, just imagine the dollars, 1,40,000 So these are very costly databases. That's what I told in the my last presentation also. It is very difficult to procure these databases in all the institutions in India. So only IITs and some other leading universities they are having it now through InfibNet, through UGC. The consortium is there. Through the consortium and the UGC giving to all the universities also nowadays. So earlier it was very difficult to procure because every university and the library they have only limited budgets. So on the budget we have to go for the printer resources and non-printer resources. So in the Mari database we may don't have the specific budget. So now to avoid this, and now UGC is offering this databases to all the universities, state level universities in India with a limited access. So and if you're in any university, on a Madras University or Anna University or any Bharadas University, and if you want access, you can go and you can. So just imagine this represents increasing the subscription rate from 4% every year. So just imagine that every year it goes increasing trend only. So it's very difficult. So this is another comparison. 28,560 journals titles are indexed in Baba Science, and 37,530 journals are indexed in Scopus Science. So 31% more in Scopus. So these are the broad disciplines. There are 49% content overlap in this database. They are publishing same titles. Is 49% is overlapping, and they're publishing same content in the same two databases in the area of natural science and engineering. 43% overlap in the biomedical area of research, and 50% overlap in social science, and 49% overlap in the arts and humanities. So the same title, same journal may be indexed in the same in the both the database also. So here we discuss about the H index. So this is proposed by George Irish, a physics at UCSD, and as a tool for determining the theoretical physics relative quality. So it is referred to as a high-risk index. H index is defined as the number of papers with a citation number higher or equal to H. A scientist H index is the highest number of paper and he published which have each amazed that number of citations. So H index as introduced, earlier said that IRIS for quantify an individual scientific research output. He made an attempt to measure both the scientific productivity and the apparent scientific impact of scientists. This index is based on the set of the scientists' most cited paper and the number of citation that they have received in other people publications. The H index is an author level metric that measures both the productivity and the citation impact of the publications as a scientist or scholar. The H index correlates with the obvious success indicators such as the winning the Nobel Prize and being accepted for research fellowship and holding position at top universities. So the H index will be assigned to the particular author. இப்போ ஒரு சப்ஜெக்ட் ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல வந்து ஒரு கெமிஸ்ட்ரி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல there are 10 researchers is there, 10 faculty members are 10 professors are doing conducting research. This tool is helping and who is the best researcher particular department. So based on the citation only we are finding out. So this H index is helping and who is the best researcher in the area, particular area or particular department, particular institution. So இது அனலைஸ் பண்ணும்போது and for awarding a prizes and recognizing their works, even for the Nobel Prize also they are calculating their H index also. We'll see the formula. So the calculation of the H index requires an accurate count of the number of articles published and the number of citations. So இதை நம்ம calculate பண்றதுக்கு we need the number of articles published by the particular researcher and the number of citation and he received throughout his career. Okay, so the index can also be applied to the productivity and the impact of the scholarly journal as well as a group of scientists such as the department or university or country. So access to subscription based services as Scopus makes the calculation much easier. So நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி பெபசின் ஸ்கோபஸ் வந்து இப்போ அது வந்து இப்போ ஈஸியாக நம்மளுக்கு அவங்களுக்கு கண்டுபிடிச்சு கொடுக்குறாங்க. It will be noted in the database also. So as example, if researcher has H index of 7, it means that he or she can lay claim to 7 or more published paper and that at least 7 of those papers have been cited 7 times. So I'll give you detailed about this H index in the later stage. So for example, if author published 7 articles and if the author has H index of 7 means the author may publish 7 articles. This 7 article supposed to receive minimum 7 citations. So that only able to get the H index of 7. So H index is defined as the maximum value of H such that the given author journal has published H paper that have been each been cited at least H times. The index is designed to improve upon the simpler measures such as the total number of citation or publication. The index works best when comparing scholars working in the same field, since citation convention differ widely among the different fields. I told you earlier that the index works best when comparing scholars working in the same field. This index is very much helping them. This is the example which I given here. So look at the examples. If an author has 5 publications with 9, 7, 6 and 2 and 1 citation he received for the 5 publications. So what we have to do is we ordered from the greatest to lowest. So we have placed here the number of citations from the highest to the lowest. And the article is published 5 articles and this is the citations. Then the author index is 3. So here and where the number of article and where the number of the citation is singing together, that place is called H index. ஸோ இந்த இடத்துல பார்க்கும்போது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆர்டிகல்ஸ் 10 citation and 8 3 5 இங்கே 4 வரும்போது here also it is similar. ஸோ இந்த ஏரியா தான் வந்து we are marking as and we call this H index. So this is the number of citation. The graph also detail explaining you, and this is the H papers we have published. So இதுல வந்து we are arranging it. Okay, பண்ணும்போது இந்த ஒரு இடத்துல சிங்க் ஆகும்போது and that calls as H index. So இந்த டேபிள் காலம் நீங்க பாத்தீங்க. I will give you the PowerPoint also. So number of article you have to arrange it. Here the number of citation, and reversely you can arrange it from the greatest to lowest. And இங்க நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஆர்டிக்கிளும் இங்க நம்பர் ஆஃப் சைட்டேஷனும் ஒரு இடத்துல மீட் ஆகும்போது அந்த ஏரியா வந்து இஸ் கால்ட் as H index. So these are the another details about the H index. So இதெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்கன்னா சில அப்ராட்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா they are giving some credits to the full proposition. If the particular author or researcher has more than 18 H index, he can go for a full professorship. So சில countries-ல இந்த மாதிரி வச்சிருக்காங்க. If you have more than high if you have highest H index more than 20, you're eligible for this award. Are you eligible for this fellowship? You're eligible for associate professor or professor. So certain criteria is adopted in certain countries. So in US also they have been adopting this formula for awarding the professorship also. So they should have minimum 18 H index, then only they can go for full membership. So the value of 1520 could mean fellowship in the American Physical Society. If you want to become a member of this American Physical Society, your H index should be between from 15 to 20. And 45 or more being membership is you can become a member of US National Academy of Science. So it's not very difficult to join in this National Academy of Science. So they are looking at their H index. So it is giving a lot of recognition also. So see, this is a H index I'm just giving with the example. Who is having the highest H index in the world? This is belongs to Mr. Dr. Ronald Kessler. He is from the Harvard University. He is having H indexes of 295. Just imagine. When it comes to India, Dr. TNOU Rao has become the first Indian to reach the H index of 100. It means that if you publish the article, definitely he will receive 100 citation for the article. So that's a credits is having. You might have know TNOU Rao. TNOU Rao is a recipient of Bharat Ratna Award in the year of 2014. It's been declared in the year of 2013, and he received in the 2014 along with the Sachin Tendulkar because of his outstanding research contribution. So this is a profile of the Professor TNOU Rao. Is a Bharat Ratna award. He declared in the 2013 and he received in the year of 2014. He is a professor of chemistry, and you can also see his citation, his publications. See his publications, his citation. Now his H index is more than 159. ஸோ 2016 அப்புறம் அவர் ரிட்டையர்ட் ஆயிட்டாரு. பட் அதுக்கப்புறம் அவரோட H index கொஞ்சம் குறைஞ்சிருக்கு. பட் அதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கும்போது ஜாஸ்தியா இருந்திருக்கு. இதோட I10 index that will see in the later stage also. So you can see his overall publication details and his research trend also. Year-wise citation also there. So everything you can see that. So he's a recipient of Bharat Ratna. And earlier Bharat Ratna award is given to the researcher யாருக்கெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்க அப்படின்னா CV Raman கொடுத்திருக்காங்க and APJ Abdul Kalam கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So the three people only received the Bharat Ratna because of their outstanding contribution in the area of research. So this is the G index. So G index எப்படி டெவலப் ஆச்சுன்னா based on the H index மூலமா டெவலப் ஆச்சு. G indexல வந்து H indexல சில கிரிட்டிசிசம் இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த G index வந்து அவங்க ஃபர்தரா இந்த மெட்ரிக்கை டெவலப் பண்ணாங்க. So the G index is an author level metric suggested in the year 2006 by Leo Eek. The index is calculated based on the distribution of citations received by a given researcher publication, such that given a set of articles ranked in decreasing order of the number of citations that they received. The G index is the unique largest number of such that the top G article received together at least G square citation. It can be equally defined as the largest number of n number of highly cited article for which the average number of citation is at least n. I'll see you. So the G index is an alternative for the older H index, which does not average the number of citation. The H index, what is the difference between H index and G index is the H index only requires a minimum number of citation for the least cited article in the set, and thus ignores the citation count of every highly cited paper. So இதில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா H indexல and ஒரு ஆர்டிக்கலுக்கு வந்து 300 citation கிடைச்சிருக்கும், இன்னொரு ஆர்டிக்கல் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 30 citation கிடைக்கும், இன்னொரு ஆர்டிக்கல் 15 items கிடைக்கும். ஸோ கடைசியில் H index பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 3 or 4ல இருக்கும். பட் ஹைலி சைட்டேஷன் கிடைச்ச ஆர்டிக்கலை வந்து இட் வில் ஒமிட் இந்த H index. But on a G indexல வந்து it is showing in differently, that you will see. So for example, if an author in G indexல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா if an author is having G index of 20 means the author has published at least 20 articles. So if you want to the author has in G index 20 means the author should publish at least 20 articles that the company have received at least 400 citation. Overall 400 citation is supposed to received through the 20 article, then his G index will be 20. So one of the main advantage of the G index is the inflected values of this index helps to credit to lesser cited or non-cited work, while it's automating credit for highly cited paper. Okay, for instance, an academic with 20 papers, 15 of which have no citation. So he has published 20 articles, 15 articles have no citation, with the remaining of 5 having respectively 350 with 35, 10, 3 and 2 citation. Would have a G index of 20. Just imagine that he may publish 20 articles and first 15 article he not received any single citation also, but later stage another 5 articles he received a huge amount of citations. So அதுக்கப்புறம் அவருடைய G index வந்து வேல்யூ மாறுது and became G index is 20, but H index of 3 papers at least 3 citation இருக்கு. பட் H indexல பார்க்கும்போது 15 இந்த மாதிரி first 15 article citation இல்ல, last 5 articles he scores this citation and his H index will be only 3 then. So this is a major difference between G index and H index. So this is the graph which also shows, and here you have to arrange the number of citation, and here is the number of papers we need to arrange it, and this is the point of finding out the G index. So another index is called I-10 index. So this I-10 index used solely by only Google Scholar, was introduced in the year July 2012 only. This is very simple measure, is only used by Google Scholar, and you can find it this I-10 index in Web of Science or Scopus. You can find it only in this Google Scholar only, with the product of Google. So this also helps to measure the productivity of a scholar. It calculates the number of academic publication an author has written that have at least 10 citation from others. So இது all தான், ஒரு publication பண்ணீங்கன்னா minimum 10 citation the author should receive. This is one way to measure the productivity of an author. I-10 index, the number of publication with at least 10 citation. This is the formula of the I-10 index. So requirement of author metrics, இது என்னெல்லாம் நமக்கு what is தேவைப்படுது அப்படின்னா வந்து, you have to imagine that once you become a librarian and you should know about this R-sheet ID. So this also only it talks about the research metrics level when the information contribute இது பண்றதுக்கு. This is one of the applications, and the Scopus ID and research and Peplon ID, Google Scholar ID, and so these are a platform for to know about the author metrics details கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு. And I'll talk about this in the next slide. And LinkedIn is there, and you're supposed to become a member, and where you can upload your profiles and your curriculum vitae. And now a lot of corporate companies, they are recruiting librarians and through this LinkedIn also. Recently I know that one of my friend is being selected in the DLF, L&D company, through this LinkedIn profile, and he's uploaded all his details in the LinkedIn, and they evaluated, and finally he settled in the L&D, and he's earning more than around 2 lakhs rupees per month salary in L&D. So mentally also is one of the reference management tools. Here also you can upload your details, and you can connect with the same research mind people also in Mendeley. And research is another social networking application where also you can become member, and if you are conducting research in the area of cytometrics, you can also comes to know that who are also conducting research in the area of cytometrics. You can link with the people, and you can follow them, follow their research. Everything you can know. Now you can start asking a question also. You can you can discuss with them also. So research groups also helps you widely. So to assess other metrics, and I told you that the Google Scholar is helping in Web of Science purpose, and this is also is very much helping. Publish and Queries, this is one of the software, and this also helps you. Like when you are free time, just visit this site also. Just give a keyword in Google, Publish or Queries, which also helps to know the citation also. So the benefits of creating researcher profile that we seen then, let us say Archie Scopus research ID, so this Google Scholar ID, and the benefit of creating the researcher profile. Okay, so you can differentiate your work, and author is identifiers and common names, and they will assign the unique number, and see affiliation changes, and through this unique number we can able to identify the particular author. Sometimes you are working today you are working in Tamil Nadu University, Open University, and next year you may switch out your position to Madras University, and after 2 years you can switch out to Anna University. So but your affiliation may change, but the research the ID வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஸ்டாம்ப்ஸா இருக்கும். ஸோ இங்க நீங்க பப்ளிஷ் பண்ணுவீங்க ஓப்பன் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில இருந்து. ஸோ அங்க போகும்போது உங்களுடைய டோட்டல் ரிசர்ச் ப்ரொடக்டிவிட்டி டிஃபரன்ஸ் ஆகும். பட் திஸ் யூனிக் நம்பர் will help you to correlate your all your publications. So and improves your admission and promotion, and improves your research impact. And see normally when other universities what they are following is, and just they're typing the professor name in the Scopus or Web of Science, and he list out the articles which is published with a particular professor, and we can evaluate what is his H index, and how many what are the how much citation he is received so far, and every details will comes to that. Based on that they are promoting, and they are giving a lot of credits and laurels also, and recognizing their works. So these are the reason benefits of creating the researcher profile. So whenever you have free time, just visit the ArcSheet and Scopus and everything you visit. Okay, so this is my concluding remarks. So it is worth remembering that the key measuring tools database only gather data from the journals they indexed. So these are the I'll give it the criticism also. So only you can gather the data only the journals which are indexed in the databases. If your journal is not indexed, my college is publishing journals, my college journal is not indexed in the databases like Scopus or Web of Science. So என்னோட காலேஜ்ல ஜர்னல்ஸ் ஆர்டிகல்ஸ் எதுவுமே வந்து you are not able to access it, you are not able to find the citation. So this is one of the critics in this about this metrics. So author naming instance can be lead to mislead citation. So these are the one of the criticisms. And citation cultures varies across discipline and not being comparable. See citation culture, இப்போ சயின்ஸ் ஃபீல்டுக்கு மெடிசின் ஃபீல்டுக்கு அவங்களோட citation அதிகமாக யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. when you come to the social science field பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க அதுல வந்து அதிகமாக யூஸ் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. So it's very difficult to comparable. So publication culture also differs from different subject and field also. Researcher career is have different stages. So based on that only it is been published. Now author metrics impact does not always equal to excellence. So இதை வச்சு we cannot come to the conclusion that they are very excellent. They may be very good researcher will be there, but அதை வச்சு அவங்க மெட்ரிக்ஸை மட்டும் வச்சு we cannot claim that they are very good researcher or not. So this is some criticism is there. And the scholarly communication is evolving beyond the citation. So scholarly communication is developing and beyond the citation. Citation மட்டும் நம்பி கிடையாது, other factors also are there. So factors affecting the citation rates include the type of article. Example, only review articles gets more citations. Okay, and a lot of language reputation also there, and so that's a problem is there in language reputation also. Citation bias there is here. And if you are working in a US based institution or Harvard University, Stanford University, you will get your article will be recognized or get published in very good journals. Sometimes if you are publishing the same kind of work to the same journal, they may not accept that, because they look at the country reputation also, or the laboratory reputation also, the university reputation also. Stanford ஒரு article போச்சுன்னா they are recognizing the work. But when you see look at in Chennai ஒரு article ஒரு university போச்சுன்னா sometimes their bias is there. And public study and journal reputation, country reputation. So இதெல்லாம் வந்து some of the critics in the area of cytometric indicators இருக்குது. So here I conclude that, and thank you so much for spending a valuable time. That here I throw a lot of the insights and output about the cytometric indicators, and I'll share this PowerPoint with Dr. Sagila Madam, the coordinator of this. This program. So, and I'll share my number also with Sagila Madam. And if you have any clarification or any doubts or anything you want to know about in the field of library science, your career also, maybe discussed with me after some times. Thank you so much.